give me what happened today.
So we met with the CEO of Workhorse, and we met with the new company's chief investor and entrepreneur, discussing what exactly they see the future of the Lordstown plant. And one of our concerns why we came down here was to make sure that this is a viable company, that if they're going to come here to Lordstown, that they have, one, a product that they can sell, as well as the appropriate financing and the appropriate workforce available, and that they're willing to use UAW workers, and that they are able to move forward with the new products.
All right. Those are a lot of good questions. What kind of answers did you get?
I feel a lot better than I did before we got down here. They indicated that they had financing in place and were moving forward on achieving more financing. They want to use UAW workers. They feel that they are the best workers in the entire country on building cars. They want to build on the experience that they have and the experience of Lordstown. And that's why they want to make first the fleet vehicle, the pickup truck there, and they want to make the post office vehicle should they get that contract, which we will know something here at the end of the year.
You agree with all that, Mike?
Well, yeah, I agree with almost everything he said. So my stand on this, Senator O'Brien and I, we scheduled this about 2 or 3 months ago. Ironically, a week ago, Vice President says his statement, the spotlight comes on this like a freight train. So me being in those stores all day long, Stan, I'm asked constantly, do you think these guys are for real? What's up with Workhorse? I looked them up online. They don't seem like they're all that. So I told Sean, I'm so glad we're coming here to check it out for ourselves. So where I was yesterday when I talked to you and where I am today are completely different things. Now, we were here for the last 4 hours. Now, this is what happened to me, Dan. First thing is, I was educated in some things I didn't understand about this company. This company is all about technology. They already have 400 and some UPS trucks that they put together that are electric trucks on the road in every state and every climate, and they've already logged millions of miles on these vehicles. These vehicles are solid. They know what to do. Sean O'Brien and myself actually drove them today. We drove the mail truck version, and we drove the pickup truck version. I was blown away by the way that these vehicles feel. The acceleration and the braking are extraordinary. The quality of construction is incredible. When you mentioned the UAW, I asked the CEO, I said, well, what are your feelings on the UAW? His answer to me was, we need something like the UAW. We need the UAW because their track record. They had sustained months of producing the crews at 30 to 40,000 units a month. If they get this postal contract, and they have already started taking pre-orders, I think they're close to 10,000 pre-orders on their pickup truck. And they said the United Kingdom and Australia are interested in getting a mail truck. Now, you could possibly have 1 million units on the table here. You could possibly have 3 ships going around the clock on the table here. So that needs to be done with the UAW's workforce because they're the only ones, to be honest with you, that has the skill to make something like that actually happen.
Well, did they give you any details? When do they, any timeline?
They talked about having an announcement soon. They believe they could have one soon, and they also believe that if things go right, they may be able to be looking at doing something here in the near future.
Oh, you can't give me anything more than that?
Not at this time.
Okay. Soon and near future could mean anything.
Well, I think it means... I think
an extended future.
I guess it doesn't mean 5 years to me, but it does to me. It means within a year.
Yeah.
Is that a fair statement?
Yeah.
And then what's that, Mike? Or less, right? Exactly. It does mean or less. That's correct. Yeah.
And here's the thing that I like is their vision. Not only could they be building these fleet vehicles that they already have pre-orders for, not only is it possible that the post office is here, But they're talking about making this their world headquarters in Lordstown, making the company's world headquarters in Lordstown, employing engineers, research and development, a whole host of ancillary jobs that would be high-paying, good jobs for the Valley. And that's something that we want, and that's something we can get behind, and it's something we want to get behind. The state legislators will work with them at if there's state funding that needs to be done or whatever we can do. But again, it's very fluid. There are still contract negotiations going on with the UAW, so those will have an effect on what is exactly going to happen in an exact near future. But as those are going forward, we're optimistic that something good should be hopefully coming around before the end of the year.
Well,
so,
and
go ahead, Mike.
What I noticed though, so the questions I had answered, and I mean, I don't know if I'm more simple than Sean, but I listen to the customers and what they say to me. So my number one thing was, people research these people online and they said, oh, they're not much of a company. The technology I saw here, these guys are the Tesla of the Midwest. I got to be honest with you. We have some hardcore, amazing engineering and technology going on here. Driving those vehicles today, Stan, I have no doubt that these people have the ability to make this happen. So then my only other question, only two questions, do they have the ability and the technology to make a project like this happen? Absolutely, yes. There's no doubt in my mind after being here today and Stan, the pickup on that truck is incredible. The braking, these trucks are incredible. Now, then you go into the finance. So they have secured a lot of financing. They're not there yet. I think I mentioned to you before. I think I was pretty right with my numbers, $300 to $500 million. They have hired an incredible investment banker, I believe out of Cleveland, perhaps, and they're going to secure the rest of the funds that way.
Will General Motors have any part of this?
They're obviously going to have some part. Now, how much they're going to invest financially, that needs to be determined, if at all. But they definitely are part of the discussion.
Now, and then you say that this company's in negotiations with the UAW.
No.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
GM is in negotiations with them.
I got you.
They've reached out to the UAW and waiting to hear from them. They can't do anything with the building because of the contract that's in place at this time.
Okay,
but
I got you.
They indicated they want the workers to be UAW.
That's why I told you about, and I asked why. When they said that, Stan, I said, why do you want the UAW? They said because they're the only ones that could produce 30 to 40,000 units a month, and that's why I got excited. And I said, well, that would be 3 shifts. Yeah, Sean, we got excited. That's 3 shifts. And I think they're seeing these huge numbers. If you get Postal America, United Kingdom, Australia, you're talking happy days are here again.
Yeah,
now, if they don't get any of those postal contracts, do they still plan to come here?
Yes.
I
asked that question specifically. And here's what I want to say, too, a little bit about what Mike said. Yes, those things were all great things that could happen. Everything we're talking about could happen, and those are the pinnacle and great things that could happen. But no matter what, they said they're coming here and they want to build their fleet pickup trucks in Lordstown. They have pre-orders of over 6,000 for them right now today. So they do have orders for their pickup trucks that they have to fulfill. So they're ready. They want to get going on those orders and get the trucks out. If they get the post office, you're talking with the orders that they have right now, about 400 jobs. If they can get the post office, now you're talking 3 shifts. If they can get Australia's post office, you're talking more jobs. You're talking, and then Great Britain, if they could get that, that's even more jobs. So there's a lot of potential right here that could really happen. And one of the exciting things that gets you going, too, is, as Mike said, we'd be the pickup Tesla of the country right here in Lordstown. They want to make this their world headquarters. They want to employ, they want to really get behind the community. And I think it's going to be exciting to see what happens here in the very near future.
Now, what was the name of the man you met with that used to run Workhorse that is now working on this project?
Steve Burns.
Steve Burns?
Yes, Steve Burns.
Okay.
And we met with him in Columbus. He came up and met with us, as well as Dwayne Hughes, and we met with their COO.
Okay.
And I got to admit, I mean, I want to be obviously cautious, but I am a lot more optimistic than I was yesterday.